and I was hit by a bus.
And fire trucks rushed to the scene and picked up my broken body. And I was in the ambulance being rushed to an emergency hospital getting oxygen. Down the hospital hallways, paramedics performing life support, holding me together. And in the operating room, doctors looked alarmed and grabbed the defibrillator. Clear! And I found myself in a place where everything comes together. Was it my mind? Or something more? Mental radio television.
There's a place behind the mind and between the ears where we see fears like oh no, yeah but, and what if come to life as creatures and aliens with teeth, where we mock fear and ridicule phobias and laugh to break the cycle of being at their mercy. It's a place where optimism opens the doors to imagination.
Welcome to Mental Control Headquarters, the nerve center of mental radio television, a former Masonic temple with theaters, labs, research centers. And if you're wondering what all this is about, here's a fact. Whoa! Jeff Bezos' laugh. There are buttons all over the temple. He's got a lot to laugh about. Anyway, there's a secret worldwide society dedicated to uplifting mankind by unleashing beams of genetically altered humor and pep-fortified optimism everywhere. Now, how is all this done? Technology. Technology that's been with us for a very long time.
A mark of time!
In 1893, Nikola Tesla discovered that wireless energy transfer could not only power the world, but telepathically awaken mankind. In major cities around the world, engineers are working on harnessing the power of radio, television, and mental control to beam genetically altered humor, pep-fortified optimism, and cloud-nine euphoria directly to the brain.
Don't forget the world is ending. Don't forget to be afraid. We're on our way to the panic room, where we expose the things that put you in panic, because when you can name them and see them for what they are, they lose some of their power. It gives us mental armor. Here we are in the basement. Now here's what to expect. The Chamber of the Onos is a vault containing hundreds of tiny little creatures called Onos that cling to the walls like flying toads. Here we are. This is the fortification cabinet, goggles, whips, bats. I'll get a couple. As you can see, it's humid in here. They haven't sensed a target. They come. Nasty little bumpy skin freaks. They try to eat you alive. You gotta bob and weave. Step in. Got one.
Against the wall, they hit the floor, you gotta step on them. Get up and fly up. Got another one.
Toad scum!
And now, a musical interlude to remind you...
Don't forget the world is ending. Don't forget to be afraid. Don't forget to keep pretending you got it made. And try to be happy.
It's good to know the voices in our heads have thin skin and soft teeth, even when they're shouting. It's good to know things really are getting better, and that optimisticals dedicated to uplifting mankind are showing us how. It's good to know.
During the music, we made our way to the media center, where we redirect and recalibrate the way we look at things, isolating the brain's dread and gloom cavity, and activating a positivity accelerator. We do this with weekly true stories of action heroes, like these.
From out of the clouds and riding the wind, whenever people in need wonder where to turn, one man brings down the darkness and saves the day. The Adventures of Kai. Good.
I'm telling you, Gabby, we gotta get to the gloom before the gloom gets to Green Gulch.
Yep.
Let's go, Domino.
Attaboy, Nipper. Here we go.
Riding into the dark canyons of the Valley of Death, suddenly, they hear us shrieking from the tops of cliffs. Quick, get behind the rock. They've got us surrounded.
Who? What do they want?
I caught a glimpse, Gabby. The leader. Gang of them. The Wymies.
Wymies?
Victims. They get together and look for someone to blame and then go mad.
They got guns.
They're on all sides. Stay low.
Every week, more true stories of action heroes. Dixon Ticonderoga, a writer looking for trouble.
And I awoke in the dead of night, and things were alive in the tropical heat, with po' boys, gumbo, beignets, and jazz. But I went right to the cemetery. Because if you want to fight the blues, you gotta look the devil in the eye. And that's when he appeared.
Pleased to meet you. Dixon, right? Can I call you Dick?
So you're Beelzebub.
Please call me Bob.
And the greatest hero in the history of mankind, Zora.
In a volcano in a Mongolian jungle, billionaire Leviticus Hollow is about to unleash what ifs
What if you're too old?
on the city of New York.
What if you're too old? What if you fail?
Control the mind.
What if you fail?
And control the world.
What if you're not smart? What if you fail?
Meanwhile, at an excavation in a lost city in Colombia, Dr. Shirley Daly smells trouble.
You smell that? Lutefisk.
Suddenly, waves of light burst from her chest, and she darts into infinity. In the eye of the tornado inside the dark, she's transformed. A kente scarf wraps itself in place and whispers, "We travel together." And she lands in a cavern in a Mongolian volcano.
So what is it, out there at the mental hospital?
The scarf gives him a right hook and an uppercut, and he starts shooting. She catches a bullet in her teeth and flings an echothank at him with her breath.
You do. What have you done to my mind?
These are the tales of Zora.
In a world gone mad, we dive into the transcendental. Every week a different topic. Luck, doubt, time, and imagination. Every week a different meditation to take us behind and above the mind. And the deeper you go, the deeper there is to merge into.
Mental radio television, awakening Cloud 9 euphoria, and uplifting the world with telepathic jolts from the infinite better. Mental radio television, a brighter tomorrow, today.
Now that you now know what you have to do.